Howdy y'all. We're gonna go over just a little bit of 5-beat weave stuff real quick. So if you know your 5-beat weave, cool. We're gonna go over like a thing here for you in a second. If you don't, I'm gonna go over just some exercises to help you get your 5-beat weaves and some good things to do within that. So say this is your 5-beat weave, right? From the front. Cool. So what's actually happening is it's just like a 3-beat weave, over, under, out, over, under, out, over, under, out. When I go over, under again, my wrist is gonna tuck under my, like my right wrist is gonna tuck under my left side. It's gonna point that way. I originally learned this from like Nick Musu's video, and then you're just gonna push it, right? And what the goal is that this hand that's going underneath this wrist is to do a beat before this one does. And so that's the push, right? And that's where a lot of people get caught up. And so what I actually usually have people do if they're in a group setting is like hold the other person's poi until this one pulls it across. So maybe you could even like put it in your wrist and like go under and then pull out, right? And that might just like help. But honestly, just going push helped me a lot. And so you'll get that, and it'll take a little bit, but you're just gonna go over, under, out. You're gonna be in your 3-beat. My right's gonna go on top of left, and then under left, and then it's gonna push. Same with the other one. It's gonna go all the way around until the left goes under the right. It's gonna push underneath and do that beat before the other one is. The reverse version is a little bit harder because instead of going from under to over, you're going from over to under. And so it's the same concept here, but then when I go over, I'm gonna go under my wrist. I'm gonna go over my wrist and then go under it. And then that beat's gonna do that beat before the other one goes around. So here. And this like turn of the chest is definitely really important, right? So if I'm here, I'm facing that way, and then I go over here, I open up. So I open up over here. And I'll open up. Cool, so now that there's that for you, you kind of want to be able to just like isolate these 2 beats, right? So this is like a 5-beat position, but this is a 2-beat beat. So what's going on is I'm going in reverse, and my left hand's going over my left wrist. It's doing that under beat first, right? And it's just isolating these 2 beats. And that gives you a lot of places to play, right? Because now you have these extra beats you can do anything with. So you can sustain that. So if you can sustain this, you can pirouette it. And then the other thing is, if you can sustain this beat, you can start to do whatever you want with the other one. And what I mean by that is this one's staying in the elbow and it's doing this 2-beat weave, right? And this one can do this extension. It can do this little tracer, which I'd like to go over. And what that looks like is that, right? And so how I would learn it is my left hand goes into my right armpit, and then my right arm folds and touches my shoulder, and I turn to the other side of my body. So I'm gonna go here, fold, turn, fold, right? And then if I'm doing that at first, then I can level it up and I can like stall this one behind my head or behind my native shoulder. I feel like this isolation starts to come out of that, right? And so it's like a cool place to trace. Another place you can trace is like right there, right? And what's happening is I'm going forward, I'm gonna go under my armpit, and my armpit's gonna come to my hip and lead out. This one's a little bit harder, and this actually gets into like the category of what I would call like a compound reel, which would kind of look like this. But that would just be the other side of that, and you're just tracing into your armpit, while here I'm tracing into my shoulder. So this one would be in reverse, and this one would be forward, right? And so you can combine those into the shoulder, into the armpit, into the shoulder, into the armpit, into the shoulder, into the armpit, into the shoulder, into the armpit. And both these are just using the 2B isolated space from a 5B weave. And so once you find that space, you can use this instruction and this stuff. So have fun with that. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Thanks for watching.